Oh, hey. Welcome back to Geekshow Helpdesk.
Not just any Geekshow Helpdesk.
Geekshow
CES.
Helpdesk CES 2026.
We are wired together with duct tape and ibuprofen.
Yep. We're in a house that has internet from 2003. So this is a special throwback audio-only episode.
And I'm wired on Carbonation, guys.
Carbonation does not give you energy.
Jarron has 100% B12 vitamins.
I don't know how many times I got to
Was
tell
that
you
yesterday?
That was yesterday,
Are you
but they're still coursing through my veins.
Still riding high, okay.
All right. This is a Geek Show Helpdesk. I almost said Gadget Spot. I almost did.
We're that far back.
We're that old school at this
It's
point.
the original trio. It kind of feels that way.
Yep. Geek Show Helpdesk coming at you. First episode of 2026. Audio only edition because of unforeseen circumstances. But we are recording in Las Vegas, Nevada for CES 2026.
Life finds a way.
Yes. Just like this podcast.
I do.
Podcast finds a way.
I like that.
All right. So we have a lot of cool stuff to go over. This might be a slightly longer episode than normal. And maybe that will make up for the lack of last call episode as well this week. So
And lack of video.
And lack of video.
And lack of live stream.
Well, you know, it's old, like I said, old school.
Yeah. We're just trying to get in character with that.
Yep. So let's go ahead and kick it off first, introducing the panelists that are here. Lando is not with us this episode. And because of the lack of internet connectivity or quality internet connectivity, we can't bring him in remotely. But with us here today, we'll kick it off with Jarron.
Hey, I'm Jarron. You can find me on Geek Show Helpdesk in Arcade or on Blue Sky at Jaronius.
Yep, sitting across from him live in the flesh, Owen.
Here I am, trying not to touch the table because it will make too much noise.
It's going to be, this is very hard.
If you hear some bumps and shuffles, our apologies. We are back in time.
Just dismiss it. It's okay.
Our host will keep us rounded and rallied together.
He's very good at...
corralling.
Jarron pauses.
Carbonation just wore off, guys.
Wow.
Well,
here we go.
He's our host. It's Tony.
Thank you, Owen. Check me out on Blue Sky at Quad T or on other Geek Show podcasts, which are also a lot of fun. So check those out. First things first. Do we have any emails?
No.
Really?
No, we do not. But that's okay because
we got lots to talk about.
We have a lot to talk about today.
Yep. We got a lot to talk about. So if you do feel like writing in, feel free to do so.
Oh, freak. That's Arcade. Keep talking.
Do we have? Oh, you opened up the wrong email.
I sure did.
Geekshowhelpdesk@gmail.com.
What show is this? I don't know.
If you feel like emailing in, and Jarron is going to see if we actually do have. You have to sign in and everything.
I have to sign in and everything.
Use Slack. There's an email. If you open up Slack.
Integration right there.
Yeah. Why don't you guys talk about something? I'll get my act together.
All right. Let's do the good old Carbonation station right now. Owen and I found out in the wild the new Ghost flavor.
It's so good.
It's so good. Ghost Cran-Grape.
Now I've been going with the Ghost Grape because they sell it in the Costco pack.
Mm-hmm.
The grape and the peach, fantastic.
Very
Cherry limeade, I could take or leave that one, but it's in the packs with the other two. But the Cran-Grape,
it tastes like cran-grape juice.
it is so
It's
good.
carbonated and it tastes like cran-grape juice and it's sugar-free.
And it's sugar-free.
I think it might be, and I'm not even that big of a cran anything guy, but this one in particular tastes so realistic that I don't even know what to say other than it's amazing.
It's great. And if I could, I'm going to try and find it in Utah because we found it here.
Yeah.
Right? We went to we've been visiting lots of different places
Different
here.
convenience
There's-
stores.
Here in Las Vegas is the cultural divide is less between, and so we went to a Smith's that was fully Spanish.
Yep.
That was pretty cool, actually.
Cardenas, I think it's called.
Yeah, the
Cardenos.
but it was a Smith's, but all the signs were in Spanish.
Yeah.
Speaking Spanish over the.
Felt like I was in Honduras again.
It was fantastic. That's
So-
where we found him at.
No, that was not.
Oh, that was where we found him.
No, we
Oh, is
found
that
them at
where
the regular Smith's.
Oh, then we reloaded at the.
Yeah, we went the next day to Cardenas when we
Cardenas,
get
that's
something
right.
else. Anyway, It is very, very good. I would highly recommend grabbing one if you can find it in your local beverage sales locations.
Right.
I even drank mine. I tend to slowly drink mine, as you know, slower than you. But even once the carbonation was gone, still tasted
Right.
just
Sometimes
like
when
great.
they go flat, you're like, ugh, I guess I'll finish this.
Not this one. So I give it a 9.5 out of 10 for flavor. Easy 9.5, and it's just got all the same regular Ghost stuff for your energy drink aspect, and so
And it's a collaboration with Welch's, so it's got the goods. They've got a good track record.
The grape started off as a collaboration with Welch's too, but I think if you look at the new cans for regular grape, it just says grape.
Oh,
so. But 9.5 on flavor, 8.5 on kick. It's one of the best best new energy drinks I've tasted in the last probably couple 2 years, 3 years. Quite good. Jarron, did you find that email?
Yeah, we got
right.
some emails.
Hey, here we go.
Email. Question is, do we want to read them?
Well, let's read one.
All right, so we got one about NOS, but I think Lando was spearheading that one, right?
Oh, yeah. We'll save that one for...
Yeah. Okay.
He's going to review that next week.
Okay. And we got another one from Chad Brooks. He says, hey, fellas, I'm loving the new Carbonation Station feature.
Yeah.
And I'm especially loving all the bucked up energy mentions.
Chad's the one who hooked us up with the bucked up.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I like to think that I played a part in helping create the feature.
Absolutely.
He says, I just happened across a really interesting video from Veritasium that kind of blew my mind. Not sure if it makes more sense to talk about it on Helpdesk or Arcade, because it really could be either. You'll see why once you watch the video. Anyway, I won't bore you with all the details here, but let me just say that I was riveted by this video for all 55 minutes of it.
Whoa.
Even though in reality I only understand about 12% of it.
That's about
I feel like
that's par for me.
Veritasium videos, 55 minutes is long even for a Veritasium video, unless I'm thinking of a different channel. But I swear, those are usually like half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. So
That's pretty long. It basically explains how we overcame Moore's law with regard to the shrinking down of transistor technology by building a giant machine to create tiny supernovas tens of thousands of times per second in order to create light powerful enough to etch wafers at the 8 nanometer scale and even lower at this point.
This must be the EUV tech in the lithography.
I highly recommend that you guys give it a watch and let everyone know what you think. I never would have been interested in such a video if it weren't for all your chip talk on the podcast over the years. Here's a link to the article that sets up and features the video in question, and here's a direct link to the video if you prefer, since I did such a marvelous job at setting up the video myself. Cheers.
Nice. Thanks, Chad.
Yeah, I'll definitely give that a watch. Mm-hmm. That sounds interesting.
Absolutely. All right. Is that
We're
it?
good. That's
all right.
it.
We'll
Yep.
do that one next week. Okay. All right. CES 2026. We hoofed it a lot. We walked a lot.
Over 10,000 steps each day.
Every day.
So this is day 3,
This
right?
is day 3.
And so 30,000.
14,000 today for me, 14,000 on Tuesday, and
Tuesday.
about 10,000 yesterday.
We cut about what did we say, 1,500 off because Jarron has short legs?
Yeah.
So Tony's watch said about
I was at 1250.
Yeah.
1250 on Tuesday. Yesterday I was about 9,500. And then today I haven't looked, but I bet I'm about 1,200 again.
After that hoof.
We walked a lot.
after that trek.
And you know what? I would say overall worth it. So
Yeah.
we saw a lot of cool stuff.
I like every morning as I was walking to the conference center, I'm like, this is the best. I want to be here forever.
So let's see. Do we want to go all of our stuff one by one?
Yeah, one by one. Take
Okay.
turns.
We'll No?
No.
What?
I don't have stuff. I don't have a memory that you guys have.
You
very
took pictures,
strong...
didn't you?
I did.
Okay, look at your pictures of the
I
things you
took
like.
pictures today.
All right, good
All
enough,
right,
Owen.
fine. I'll talk. I have stuff.
Am I the only one that wrote things down?
Yeah, man. I was too enamored. It was bright lights, people everywhere. There was
Flashing
people
lights,
everywhere.
people everywhere,
I had to
loud
avoid-
noises.
I was overstimulated.
There were so many times where Tony and I, like, where did Owen go?
Yeah.
We lost Owen again.
And he was about 30 feet behind us, just kind of staring off into space.
the lights, and I was trying to. I was working up the energy. So something we did this year is we got business cards. Tony did the big brain. He got business cards made, and I told myself I'm handing out at least 50% of what they hand out. And that took a lot of mental and emotional energy.
It did.
And so I would be standing there. I'd go hand out my card, even if somebody left it at an adult toy thing.
You gave me that card to do that.
I told you to go give it to them, not leave it on the desk like I'm some kind of weird pervert. It's like
They've got to be used to it.
Well, if the shoe fits,
if
the handy fits.
Okay.
I'll start my list right there. Handy, we found it today. We found it last year.
Yeah, we found it last year too.
And it was funny.
Yeah.
And Jarron, what else in the adult? Did you see? You said you saw some silicone.
I wasn't going to talk about this, Owen.
Go ahead. It's on your list. You took pictures, right?
I did not.
Oh, Jarron took so
It's
many
called. I
pictures
think it was
of
Love Sense or something like that.
There you go. Jarron spent a lot of time there. See, we let him go off on his own for a minute.
That was a
there.
mistake.
He said, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
That's all it took?
15 minutes later, he's like, I found these breast disease.
I found these what?
Breast disease. That's his exact words.
Breast disease?
Breast disease. Not
disease.
breast disease. I hope you didn't.
That's a different thing.
Anyway.
All right, let's we'll go down the line then. I want to start with a 3D printer that I found. We found it just really wandering around randomly and this was at the MOVA booth, which is interesting because MOVA does vacuums. And I said, that's a 3D printer. What's going on here? And the guy that showed it to me had a really interesting product. So Jarron and I and Knuckles Wiki are excited for our Snapmaker U1s to come in the next month or two. They are a 4-head changer setup. Now, this Movi, it's called Atom Form, and it's actually its own company, but it was started by one of the head R&D people at MOVA. And so they are kind of working together with MOVA as well. But the product is called itself, and I believe the brand that they're forming off of it is called Atom Form. Now, what makes this unique is it is a fairly large format printer, 300 by 300 by 300. But instead of a four tool head option, or like what Bamboo is doing, 5 or 6 nozzles that it can change out. This has 12 nozzles that it can change out. And it has a system that you can put together with 2 boxes, each containing 3 different filaments. So you end up with 6 different filaments. So you end up with 12 filaments, 12 nozzles.
So 12 up to 12 colors at once.
That's only if you don't want to have any purge waste. He told me that you can do up to 36
Holy cow.
at once. But if you change from one box to another on a nozzle, or one color to a different color on a nozzle, it will have to purge and end up with purge waste. But you can do no purge waste, just a little purge tower, like all of them that have the switchers, for up to 12 different colors, 12 different filaments. And so I'm very interested to see how this plays out when it comes out. It's not out yet. What the price is going to be, and
if it lives up to expectations. Right?
Yeah, if it lives up to expectations. They're claiming, because the guy that started this was research and development at MOVA for lidar tech, and so what they've done is integrate a lot of those lidar sensors and other sensors into this new 3D printer. So it's supposed to be a very, very accurate, very nice print quality. But yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on this. I gave him my card. He gave me his card. We'll see what we can work out. Maybe get some more information on it down the road. But I'm excited. I think it looks really cool. All right, Jarron, what's one you've got?
All right. So Pebble, our favorite little watch company that got sold over to eventually Google, and then Google gave it up, and Pebble came back from the dead like a phoenix out of the ashes.
I like that their sign at CES said, "We're back." Or Pebble's back. Pebble is back.
Yeah. About a week ago, they announced the Pebble Round 2. And it's basically another version of the Pebble, but with a round face. unlike the other square faces that they have. And they had a version of this back in the day, but it turned out to be not that great of a watch because the battery life was really constrained, as well as some other compromises. Well, the Pebble Round 2 now has twice the resolution of the original Pebble Round. The battery life has been increased quite a bit. Anyway, I got to try it on today. It was really exciting.
You got the top shelf treatment.
I did.
You told them.
Because I told them I pre-ordered one because I did.
I don't even know if you said hi first.
No.
You just walked up and said, I pre-ordered one of these.
I pre-ordered one of these. The guy was like, right this way, sir.
The guy says, oh,
Gave him a
cool.
t-shirt.
You want a t-shirt?
Yeah, he instantly offered me a t-shirt, and I instantly took it. And Owen and Tony were jealous.
I was.
I believe I looked at him and I said, I should have pre-ordered one.
And I went, and in my head I said, Tony, why'd you say that? I was just going to say I pre-ordered one. They did not verify with Jarron whatsoever.
It's true. He just took him right at his word.
He saw my pure excitement.
He saw that you were a true Pebble fanboy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the battery life can go up to 2 weeks, which is pretty neat because it's an e-ink display. It's a color e-ink display, but it's the basic Pebble formula here. Nothing too exciting about it from what you guys already know about Pebble. What's cool about the hardware, though, is it's extremely thin for a smartwatch.
Very thin.
It doesn't have a heart rate sensor on it, and that's why it's so dang thin.
Do they list it? Is it 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters?
No, it's like I think it's 8 is what I read.
Oh, okay.
Something
Is
like
it
that.
8? It looked less than 8. I was going to say it looks more like 5.
Anyway, it's extremely thin for a smartwatch.
Yeah.
You aren't getting as much functionality, but if you don't want that functionality, you don't care about it, because most people wear normal watches, right? They don't have that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's very neat. It's very svelte looking. It's coming out in a couple months. So yeah, there you go. It's made by Eric Mijakovsky, who was the original Pebble guy. And from what I saw at CES, it is tracking to be quite a nice looking watch.
Nice. All right. Let's see. Owen, did you have one you wanted to pick out?
Yeah. So the big days were like the first 2 days were the big stuff, like LG, whatever. But today we went to the cutting edge tech floor.
The early tech.
Early tech.
Small company, early tech. Yeah.
Like these guys are super hungry.
Yep.
They're super motivated. And boy, are they what I noticed for me, unless I had actual real life experience like Jarron and Tony have had with much more of the stuff, I didn't have that much. I didn't get in and talk to them and be like, oh yeah, I've done this. But I'll tell you, these guys down at the early tech, they wanted to talk to me all day long.
Yeah, well, anyone that'll listen.
Anybody that made eye contact, they were like,
"That's true, vultures, man."
And so that's what
it takes. You got to. What is it? You got to be hungry.
Yeah. Oh, Tony.
Or was it stay hungry?
It's be hungry.
Unless
he has stayed hungry.
Unless you look in the Discord today, which says he's still hungry, which was so not cool, Jarron. I tried on that headset. Anyway, we can talk about that later.
Hungry.
But, one of the cool ones that I looked at was, but I just started snapping pictures because there was a lot down there. But Lowmesh was one of the ones that I looked at, and Lowmesh does it's like self-hosted. Point like communication with your family and stuff. So you can have your own off grid, off everything, no internet connection.
Is it peer to peer?
Yeah, that's what the picture shows. I only have a few pictures because I was snapping pictures as I.
But it's only LAN, right?
Yeah, let me check that because I took pictures of the details somewhere. Anyway, send messages to family and friends and more on a secure, free, and open source off-grid local mesh network.
Local mesh. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So like if you're on a big property or something,
So does it have base stations or something that you set up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you set up the base stations and then you run it and it can.
That's pretty
cool.
cool.
It all works inside. So
this is like post-apocalyptic messaging for the entire family.
I'm kind of into that. Like
yeah.
myself and Tony are jonesing a little bit for a little bit of Arc Raiders.
Oh, yep.
So everything for me, in order to get over the fact that this Airbnb did not have decent internet.
I was planning on gooping all week at night. You know,
every night was going to be
get a little
just,
bit of goop going.
I think you're being a little bit nice by saying decent internet. This place doesn't even have good or serviceable internet.
No. The internet's poor. The router is literally from 2000. I think it's 7 or 2008.
We're talking 6 megabytes down. And
we tested.
Not bytes, bits.
Yeah, 6 megabits down per second.
0.8.
0.8 up, right about 1 megabit.
That's over the
up.
wireless.
Over the wireless.
When Tony directly connected,
I got 30 down,
30 down
and 4.5 up.
Yeah. But so the way I ran a lot of this,
it made me want to barf.
The way I ran a lot of this week was gooping. Or getting the goop
get that goop.
And so when I saw this,
what does that mean?
You got to play Arc Raiders, dude. Just play Arc Raiders.
So when I saw this, like,
sounds like gooning.
Don't gross,
dude.
What's wrong with this guy? Why would he bring that up?
What did I do?
That is weird.
So
man.
weird.
Okay.
So I saw when I saw Lowmesh, I was like, ooh, post-apocalyptic. I'm in a post-apocalyptic mindset.
Yeah.
Since I've been literally falling into Arc Raiders.
Right.
I haven't hit bottom yet. It's going to be soon, I'm sure. Maybe
it'll be a little
not.
while.
Anyway,
it'll be a little while.
Give it 2 weeks.
Lowmesh. It was pretty cool.
Nice. That is cool. All right. Speaking of mesh, I want to talk about the Asus Booth.
Oh, let's split this one up because I have things
we
to...
got lots to talk about at the Asus Booth, right? So mesh-wise, they showed off their concept Wi-Fi 8 mesh network, and they're hopefully, since it's still concept, the guy said the final design is still up in the air, but they appear to be going away from the spider antenna looking, super gamery aesthetic.
I'm sure it'll still have that for the gamer.
There'll be options for that,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But the one that they showed off was their new Wi-Fi 8 option that they're working on, and it is a mesh system where they look like D20 dies.
Yeah.
And they look really good. Now, as far as the technology in them, it's a router. It's a good quality router. You're gonna be spending a pretty penny. For this setup, I'm sure.
And plus, they're marketed as a mesh.
Yeah.
As a mesh.
So you're going to get two or three.
You need 2 or 3 at least.
At least, and I'm sure it's going to be pricey, but it supports the new Wi-Fi 8 standard. The new Wi-Fi 8 standard is less about speed and more about connectivity strength.
Reliability.
And channel negotiation. Right?
Channel negotiation.
So
the whole point of it is to make your internet experience more stable.
Yeah.
Not faster, but more stable.
And to that I say, bravo.
Yeah.
It's fast
great.
enough for now.
I would agree.
And Wi-Fi 8 requires everybody around it to be running Wi-Fi 8 in order to really be the most useful, because it's going to negotiate with other routers that aren't yours and say, oh, it's my turn, it's your turn, it's my turn, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Which is a lot like enterprise routing is now.
Right, with the different APs and
yeah,
everything.
So
that was really cool. And the other thing I want to hit on before handing it off to Jarron was we got to take a peek at the new Zephyrus G16 laptops.
And so good.
We're all using the 2024 right now.
We're all using the 2024 G16.
We all own the G16 2024.
I mean, I have the lowly 4080 model, and you guys have 4090 models.
Look at this clown.
I know. Look at me with my better battery life. But
hey, that's not true.
That's true.
No, it is not.
It doesn't matter. You'd take the
true.
4090
It's true.
in a second if you could.
I absolutely would.
Okay, so
yes.
don't you give us that battery.
I'm just trying to get something. Need something. But these new ones, so they're still rocking 50 series graphics cards, but because NVIDIA hasn't released anything new since the 2025 series. But they have redone the cooling solution in there, and they're able to push up the boost wattage of the GPU because of that cooling to 160 watts, which is, man, I want to say like 40 watts higher than what we have.
Yeah.
Right around there. Yep. So a significant bump in performance compared to the 2024 models. Plus, you're getting 5000 series graphics versus 4000 series. So you have the multi-frame gen, et cetera. The case itself, I don't know if I'm just like used to how mine feels, but I thought it felt a little more premium.
It felt the same to me.
Did it feel the same to you? Okay, so it's just in my head. But the screen hinge has been redone, so there's less screen wobble when you type. What else did they talk about? A higher quality OLED screen, gets brighter. Still got all that great 240 hertz goodness, G-Sync.
Yeah, it's as svelte as any fancy laptop out there, and it's incredibly thin, but it's also as powerful as any gamer laptop out there now.
Yeah, that's
which
the
is
thing.
Nuts.
So if you were to take the 2024 or the 2025 and basically just refine it further and make it more powerful, that's what you're getting with the G16. And I hate that I want one.
Yeah, I'm sure the cooling isn't as good. It's a thick gamery laptop, but there are so many other compromises with thick gamery laptops that this doesn't have.
Did they have the silver model in the 2024?
Yeah, they did. They've always had silver and gray.
Because Jarron was eyeing the silver one.
I was pining for it. It looked white.
It's like a silver white.
Yeah. Very Apple.
Yeah.
Very Apple.
But yeah, it's one of those things where I was like, oh, if I had the money to just throw down right now, I would buy that right now.
Yeah.
But
if only there was. Okay. Speaking of Zephyrus, they also announced the Zephyrus Duo 2026 version. Previous years, this model is a double-screened clamshell, and in previous years, the second screen also shared a keyboard on the same plane. So there was like a third screen, and the rest was keyboard, and it was all kind of cramped. What they've done this year is both sides are full screen, and don't worry, you don't have to type on a touchscreen if you don't want to. It has like this keyboard.
It's like a full top plate.
Yeah, top plate that you can put on top of the screen that snaps on magnetically.
Yep.
And it feels...
Does it not... It looked like a normal thickness laptop to me. Not
that
much thicker than even these.
It's thicker than the G16s, what we just talked about, but
right.
it's just as thick as like a gamery laptop.
Yeah.
So it's honestly, you can fit it in your backpack. It's not that heavy. And when you put the keyboard plate on top, it feels and looks like just a normal laptop.
Does it charge the keyboard?
Yeah, it does.
When it's on it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And when you take it off, it's over Bluetooth. So you can take off the keyboard top, put it on the table, and what you're left with is a two-screened laptop.
It looked great.
You can set it vertically, or there's a kickstand built into it, so you can have like bottom screen and a top screen.
So you can set it vertically though, like a book.
Yep.
Oh.
Yes, and you can have it folded over on each other. So what she said was you can do multiplayer gaming, one person on one end and one person on the opposite end.
So it'll fold further than 180 degrees is what you're saying.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's really cool, and it's also backed up with really good internals. It comes with up to a 5090, and Intel's third generation core processors. So the new ones.
Series 3.
Series 3. Thank you. The only downside, as I see it, is it does have an OLED screen, but only goes up to 120 hertz on each side. So it doesn't do 240 like the G16 does. But that's really the only compromise. It was really well built, really well put together. Everything was just solid. Like playing with the keyboard, putting it on top of the screen, it felt just like a normal laptop. Yeah. It's crazy.
Nice. Did you want to talk about the XREAL glasses too?
Yeah. So XREAL teamed up with Asus, Republic of Gamers, ROG. And they have a new version of their glasses. So these are the... augmented reality glasses?
No, they're called
like a screen.
They're like they're basically like home theater goggles.
That's a better way to put it. So they look like normal glasses, slightly bulkier. You put them on, and what you're seeing in front of you is like a 100 and whatever inch TV. That's normal viewing distance. So it's not full immersive VR. It's not really AR either. But what you're seeing is just a nice screen in front of you. The display is micro OLED, and these have been common the last couple of years. What's new here, though, is the team up with ROG, Asus, and increasing the refresh rate from 120 hertz to 240 hertz.
It looked great. I thought I was going to get sick, like moving around, because I get motion sick with VR. And so I was like, you guys tried it, and Jaren's like, you want to do it? I'm like, nah. But then Tony's like, it's not the AR. It's not AR VR.
It just looks like you're looking at a big screen.
It looked fantastic. So we played. What was the racing game? Was that Forza?
Forza Horizon 5.
Yeah.
And felt fine.
Yeah. So the use case would be you could hook it up to your phone, watch a movie, hook it up to your computer, and have that be your screen to work with or play games with. What we did with it was hooked up to ROG Xbox Ally X.
Yep.
Too many. That name's ridiculous.
XXXXX.
And we were playing Forza Horizon 5 on the Ally X, but looking through the glasses, and it was a fantastic experience. It looked the screen was very sharp. It looked great. The only downside is it doesn't support variable refresh rate, so you kind of need to choose a refresh rate and go with it.
Maybe
Yeah.
I didn't have the speakers right, but it seemed pretty quiet too. Like the audio. Was
Yeah,
a
I
little
mean,
bit to be desired.
it's still throwing audio into your ears from the
from the bands.
from the eyeglass temples basically or whatever, right? So it would definitely be better experienced with a set of earbuds, right, connected straight to the device itself.
Correct.
Yep. So very neat. It's pretty pricey, upwards of $500. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it starts at $550.
But very neat product. If it ever comes down in price to a reasonable amount, I would buy it.
Yeah, very cool stuff. All right, Owen.
Ice explosion.
You mean the mad scientist?
The mad scientist.
Tell me more.
This
guy was awesome.
So cool. So I'm sitting there, and I have a tendency to talk loud when I'm in a loud environment. And my wife has told me this many times. My voice is not quiet, and that I'm going to be heard. And she's not wrong, because I was like, I love being down here on this edge, new emerging technology floor. I'm going to keep track of these guys. And he turned and he's like, yeah, keep watching us. And I'm like, oh.
Who? Who? What?
Yeah. And so
I was talking to myself.
which then drew me. Yeah, I was talking to myself and or at Tony. And which drew me over to Iceplosion, and we talked about it. But it was actually pretty cool, where you can take this ice machine and make... How long did you say? 10 minutes? You'd have
like seven to 10 minutes
for full on. And this is not ground up ice.
No,
it's
not a slush. It's not a slushy.
Yeah,
it's not a slush puppy.
No,
it's not a snow cone.
So at 7-Eleven, when they start mixing the cold, they have to mix it for you. You ever walked in and had your light on for the color you want? You're
sad about it. Yeah.
Well, this thing, and it usually takes. They start that. It usually takes about an hour for them to get that thing cold enough with constant movement to make that slurry that we all love. Mm-hmm. This one, he said it does in like 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Using CO2, you pop it in, you add the flavor. We did talk to him. We're like, hey, so you can add any flavor, right? Anything. And he was like, nah, it's flavor packets for now.
Yeah.
But he's like, my idea here is that it'll be used for pop-ups, for like
parties,
food
or
trucks.
if you just want because the machine itself is maybe 1.5 Keurigs, size wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so you could just have it on if you're a big Slurpee guy or gal,
if you got Slurpee cash,
you just slap it on your counter and you can have a Slurpee whenever you want.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing that makes this special. It is like a Slurpee in that this slushy is carbonated.
Yeah.
That's what sets a Slurpee apart from others, like a Frazzle or things like that, is it's carbonated still.
They're not like a crushed ice or a snow cone.
Yeah.
So much as this one has the carbonation. And it uses typical CO2 canisters, and
just like you would for a Soda Stream or whatever.
But the guy looked like a mad scientist.
The guy looked like a friendly version of Rick from Rick and Morty.
Absolutely.
If his hair was blue, he would have been a dead ringer.
And according to that show, that guy exists somewhere.
Right. He's in our universe somewhere.
Yeah.
In our universe, Rick Sanchez made Iceplosion.
We found him, and he made Iceplosion. That's what he has used. That's what he's used his great.
He's not making a portal gun.
Nope.
Forget about that.
Slushies.
Iceplosion.
Yep. There's one where he's
Slurpee on your desk.
There's one where he makes the Szechuan sauce too, right? That's like
no, that's always McDonald's.
No, that's always
McDonald's makes Szechuan.
In any universe that Rick has trapped.
That's right. He just wants that Szechuan sauce. All right. Some other cool tech that we saw. We got deep into the BS cloud here at CES.
I think this might have been my favorite thing.
Yeah? It's certainly the most game-changing thing if it comes to pass.
Yeah, and this just came out of nowhere. Like, we were just walking around and we're like, wait, is this real?
Yeah, so we learned... So first thing we found was there was a motorcycle...
From The Verge, right?
No, from a company just called Verge.
Verge,
not related
right.
to the Verge website.
Verge.
But this motorcycle company, Verge, has promised shipping in Q1 2026. They will have electric motorcycles with solid-state batteries that the base model will go 217 miles per charge, with an extended range model that will do 370 miles per charge.
Now tell them to recharge.
So recharge time, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Because it's a solid-state battery.
That's where the cloud...
Solid freaking state, boys.
Real solid-state battery shipping in Q1 2026 in these motorcycles. And along with that, you have the absurd specs of the electric motorcycle itself. 700 and something foot-pounds of torque.
That's instant.
That's instant torque, right? That's not rev the motor. That's just right there.
That's you turn it. They've got to have something safety-wise.
They have a top. They have a top speed governor on there. You can only go 124 miles per hour only.
But what about that 2.5 seconds?
Two bike models. The slower one, a mere 3.5 seconds, 0 to 60.
That will rip the enamel off your teeth.
Yeah, but the big boy, 2.5 seconds, 0 to 60.
That's a death sentence if a bug hits you.
Oh yeah, so it is absolutely wild. Prices start, I want to say at like what, 35?
30,900.
30 grand. So it is expensive.
I liked how they had the option. I loved how they had the option that you could put 100 down.
Yeah,
put
100 down.
And they were like, and then only have, and they put the price for like
39,800 left to go.
I thought that was
one of the most amazing things, though. So this was split up between two different booths, Verge Motorcycles and then Donut Labs. And from what I understand, Donut Labs is kind of a spin-off of Verge Motorcycles.
Yep, that's what we were told.
Donut Labs is the ones that's providing the solid-state battery. Donut Labs claims these solid-state batteries have 100,000 cycles.
100,000 cycles.
That means if you charge it every single day of your life, this battery will last 274 years.
That puts it on par with running as long as a gas engine.
What kind of gas engine is run for 273 years?
Basically, the charge rate won't drop before the car. Other stuff falls apart.
Right.
The rest of the bike will fall apart before the battery.
Now, Verge Motorcycles, they're claiming 10,000. They're being a lot more cautious.
Right.
Even if it is 10,000, that's 27 years.
Yeah.
Which is way longer than most engine devices anyway.
Yep.
So between 10,000 and 100,000 cycles.
And then consider at 10,000 cycles, if your battery's dying, it can also be recycled, right?
Right.
You have to buy a new battery, yes, but it's not like that battery's just going to get dumped into a landfill, Right. It's going to get recycled, and lithium, I'm not sure about solid state, but at this point, lithium ion batteries are over 90% recyclable.
Yeah, they're claiming all these solid state batteries are coming from easy materials to get to, none of these controversial rare earth stuff. They're also saying that it works in a much broader temperature range, and there is less needed to maintain the battery temperature. So it's a simpler construction. Less things can go wrong with it.
I bet that's where some of the range comes in then, because they're not using the battery to save the battery.
To keep it warm or cool it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's very exciting. And normally when we hear solid-state batteries, they'll say, we're 2 years out. We're 5 years out.
We've been 5 years out ever since this podcast started.
That's right.
They're saying we're shipping in this quarter.
Yeah.
And obviously, we got to see it first before we get too excited about it, but this feels different. So they say they've been working on this this battery technology since 2018, and they say 20 engineers is better than 2,000 because you can just iterate and
work together on it instead of one hand not knowing what the other hand is doing.
Who else was working on solid-state batteries?
Oh, there's a ton of
companies. I thought
companies.
Honda was, or some big automotive company had
several automotive companies are
Toyota?
working with but they're working with other companies that are making the solid state.
They're
not building it themselves.
No, I thought they were building engineering in-house. No? Oh.
It was Fisker or some other EV company that's now defunct. In 2018, they claimed it have solid-state batteries in 2020.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that all of those, Mercedes says they're going to have something on the road within the next 2 years that's solid state in their luxury, like their high.
I thought it was
their high end.
I thought it was Toyota.
Toyota has said the same thing, and I don't know if Honda has or not. But yeah, a lot of companies are saying they got solid state coming out in the next 2 to 5 years, right? But they're also just working with other companies that have been developing solid state batteries or working on developing solid state batteries for the last 10 years, right?
This bike looks awesome.
It really does.
Like the back wheel doesn't have any spokes.
It's an in-hub motor. So there's no drive, there's no chain, right?
It's so cool.
It just
How's that
goes.
work? So in-hub motor means it's in the rim,
It's
like
in
the coiled pack.
It's in the wheel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's extremely neat, and we were able to like look at it, to put our hands on it.
It doesn't look like one of those BMW travel bikes either. It looks like a legitimate bike, like you'd see on the front, like I want to say a Honda, something with a bigger top, like the fuel tank, where the fuel tank would be, and it's wide. It looks great, and it doesn't look small if I sat on it. Like it could fit me.
Yeah, and like the game changer here is the range is up there with the highest range motorcycles. And it only takes 10 minutes to recharge, assuming you're at compatible supercharger.
I'll believe that when I see it.
If it pans out that way, the only limitation is going to be you will, obviously, if you're going to road trip with it, need to pick routes that have chargers.
Right, and those are getting more plentiful.
And those are getting more plentiful.
They claim that we'll see more of this bike in the next couple of weeks, so I think they're kind of drip feeding info about this.
We saw the California version was the orange one, and then their standard one is green.
Yeah, I liked the green one better, honestly.
I like the orange one. The orange one is fantastic.
Yeah. All right, very cool. So that was our trip into the BS cloud, and we were fully sorted. They had a huge booth, by the way. It was very large.
They had axles for 18-wheelers that they were
showing how they'd be able to apply.
It was like 30% or something. 30%
18-wheelers and regular cars in general. Just any application really.
Right. The BS Cloud had me, man.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's see. Also, let's talk a little bit about. I would say we had probably our most fun at the Venetian. The other areas were really cool. But it was checking out the separate PC part manufacturers,
yes,
and the frontline scrappy startups, right? Mm-hmm. We did get to check out also MSI's booth. MSI's booth was pretty cool. I wouldn't say there was a whole lot interesting to share there, other than their new 5090 that has a screen on
Lightning
on it itself. Yeah, so that was pretty neat. It's going to be really expensive. But we went to, was it Gigabyte? Gigabyte we checked out, and we got this demo from someone there. I can't remember his name now, because he's not with Gigabyte. He does his own thing. Gigabyte brought him in to show this off.
The guy with the green jacket.
The guy with the awesome green jacket.
He's
I can't.
You got his card, didn't you? No,
I don't think I did.
He got our card.
Did he?
But he was talking. These are the glasses.
Yeah. He was using
the still hungry picture that you can see in Discord.
Yeah. So it was this new technology that's using the setup that Gigabyte put together for it to render two 8K cameras
from Blackmagic.
Blackmagic camera that had two 8K sensors and lenses side by side, so you could record 180-degree dual. Images basically, and apply them to things like the Apple Vision Pro
or the
Samsung
Galaxy Vision, whatever it's called,
Galaxy whatever, and that's what we demoed it on, was the Samsung Galaxy.
So like the only thing that was Gigabyte about that was rendering it on their PC.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. But the demo of this particular kind of filming and rendering was stunning.
The AI tracking your eyes and making the image for you.
Yeah, it did it basically
it did the IPD.
It did the IPD automatically, and it worked. And even on my ET head, it worked. Like
well, that was for the headset, right? But like that screen that he had, me and you were looking at it first. Yeah. He was like, "Oh, only one person stand in front because the AI is tracking your eyes,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's trying to make it so that you.
Oh,
see
Yeah,
the
that
image.
was just
Because
that was just a parallax screen. We
Yeah.
saw those last year
Yeah.
too.
Glass is free, 3D.
But,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, so it was the clearest VR video I've ever seen.
indeed.
It almost felt like you were there, with two exceptions. As one, it was a 180-degree video, so if you keep turning around, it'll be blackness, which
Right.
is to be expected. The other one was the frame rate. It was just a normal 24 or 30 FPS frame rate in the video, but the clarity and the picture quality was so perfect.
And the depth that it provided as well.
Yeah.
Very,
Didn't he
very
say?
cool.
Didn't he say that if you got one of these, they would custom make the headset for you, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
for your face,
They
because that was another thing.
custom make the attachments that push against your face
Yeah.
while it's on, and the lenses and
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
Yeah, and he was specifically marketing it towards creators and being able to create in that space.
Yeah. So,
And so-
if you've ever been in Salt Lake, if you've ever been to Cosm, where they have this absolutely giant half dome screen turned on its side, if you stand in a certain spot in front of that, it takes up 180 degrees of your field of vision. It's like that, but in a headset.
In a headset.
And so it was very,
Makes
very
that way
cool.
more mobile. That technology.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that was definitely worth talking about. But yeah, other than that, the Gigabyte booth was just kind of like meh. They did have that was the one that had the Tandem OLED, right?
No. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
it was.
yes. Yeah,
It
you're
had-
right.
It
Yeah.
had Tandem OLED, and the Tandem OLED was really nice. But more importantly, one of their demos had Arc Raiders running, so I got to drop in and go goop up, and
He
then
did.
exfil.
He
And
did.
you know what? I was in
murked
solos,
he
and I
murked
did.
somebody.
I just ratted
He
someone.
ratted somebody.
I noticed you did stop shaking for a while after you played.
Oh, the whole rest of the day I was just
felt-
watching and I was invigorated.
I got my hit right.
Yeah.
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 But let's talk about the Tandem OLED.
Yeah, Tandem OLED. So this is something we talked about last year at CES, where it was brand new. This year it's just getting out there more. This seems to be exclusively LG for now. So the G6 will have Tandem OLED. Last year's G5 did, but no other LG TV did. And LG also announced a new, what do they call it, wallpaper TV.
Yeah, they said the wallpaper
Yeah.
TV's back.
Yeah, so it's just a really, really thin OLED from top to bottom. There's really no hump where like the internals are, like the CPU and stuff like that. That resides in a box with one cable going up to it. So they're finally trickling this down to cheaper TVs. The C6, some of the C6 models will have Tandem OLED. Others will not. So
Is that based on size?
based on size. So only the 77-inch and 83-inch C6 will have Tandem OLED. The smaller sizes do not, which is a very bizarre move for me because Tandem OLED, that really feels like the next generation of OLED, and to split the current model between the next generation and the last generation is just a weird move.
Well, they have a history of doing that though.
They do.
Because the micro lens array stuff, when they introduced that, was only on the G series. So at least Tandem's coming down to the C series this time as well. But it was only certain sizes in the G series had it.
And more importantly to me, they are making Tandem OLED monitors finally.
Yes.
So some of the third-party partners have this. So like the Gigabyte 27-inch monitors have it. The Asus 27-inch monitors have it.
Where's my 32?
LG is making a 32-inch Tandem OLED monitor, but I haven't seen any other company partner for that.
Probably doesn't have a KVM switch like I like, though.
I don't think it does.
Jerks.
But boy, does the Tandem OLED monitor look great.
It's pretty.
It feels as bright as a normal LCD, but you get all the benefits of OLED as well. So that has me very excited. And I'm just waiting for my kids to accidentally break my TV so I can upgrade my TV someday.
That's the end of the statement?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, did that sentence end weird? Too weird for you,
It
Tony?
did. It ended kind of up, like you were going to add more to it.
I had a hiccup.
Oh, okay.
And then I realized I had nothing else to say.
Well, you could pay them for it. You could just pay them to do it. They're good kids, dude. They'd do it for you.
They do it for free.
Father's Day, be like, hey, chuck this tennis ball as hard as you can.
Take this.
I promise you, your mom won't get mad at you.
Take this rock, Throw it at the TV.
I bought, and that's what you tell him. In fact, you just tell him, I put a new protection on the TV. I just want you guys to test it. And then have him throw a rock at it and be like, it didn't work. Not your fault, guys, but I'm going to have to get a new one.
I thought I was going to bounce off and have no problem at all.
going to bounce off.
And then they'll try it on the new TV afterwards too. Dad, it didn't work again.
Yeah. Your protection didn't work.
Protection didn't work again. Oh. Yeah. So there was definitely a common theme, and I'm sure that everyone listening knows what the theme is at CES this year, just like it was pretty common last year, but it was even more in your face this year. And that is AI. AI everything.
Everywhere.
AI everywhere.
AI to tell you how much water to drink. AI for your dryer. AI for your microwave.
When we went over
AI for there was about 5 different AI assistants in automobiles that we looked at.
You know what I found too when we were over in the Chinese tech, like the emerging tech out of
the Shenzhen area.
Shenzhen. Yeah. Even A1 was put out there once a lot.
A1
for AI.
Oh, instead of AI,
just for the visuals.
Oops.
Yeah, and they're like,
I was thinking A1 steak sauce.
That's what I thought too. I was like, I didn't see steak sauce.
It was like
anywhere.
A1, and then it was some other tech name, but like it was. I saw a couple of those where they didn't have AI.
Yeah,
but they just wanted to be that.
That's what it is.
They don't have any AI in their tech, but they're like, what can we do that looks like AI? So very much.
We did get to see in that area. They have a lot of smaller outfits in that booth. That was the South booth, the South Hall. We saw some really cool stuff from Nuphy Keyboards.
Yep. I love Nuphy Keyboards. I have an Air V2, and they just announced the Air V3.
Why don't you tell them what you did to me?
Well, that'll come later from your mouth, because I'm not going to say it.
He doesn't want to admit to it.
So they had like the Air V375, but they announced like a full, almost full, like I think 96.
96, yeah.
Yep. The main change this year is it has a volume knob, which I love. And it separates the number pad just a little bit so it doesn't get in your way as much as the Air V2 does. And it's a great keyboard. I really love mine. It's has a 1,000 hertz polling rate. Battery life lasts forever. It has individually addressable RGB. And it works with QMK via software, so you don't have to download special software for it. It just goes through the browser. Love Nuphy Keyboards.
Nice. I got to check out GameSir, the controllers, and their brand new controller that they just barely announced. I got to play with that a little bit. It felt fantastic in the hand. 8,000 hertz polling rate now.
Nuts.
Which is absolutely crazy. This controller, I am lacking in that I don't remember what it was called. I'll have to look it up, but it's developed specifically with FPSs in mind, so you get in those sweaty FPS matches and really hit it hard. I gotta say, I hope that we also traded information, so I'm hoping to pick up a review unit of that one of these days here and let you know how that goes. But just from my brief kind of touch and feel of it while I was there, it felt really good. The sticks felt great, the buttons felt great. Placement of everything was fantastic. And one unique thing that I saw that I haven't seen on any other game controller is it had switches on the back so you could disable the paddles if you wanted. And they were not clicky nor usable. Yeah, so you could turn those off if you wanted. I thought that was unique. So anyway, yeah, the GameSir stuff was looking pretty good. Also on that floor, we saw all your standard peripheral manufacturers for like charging accessories. We saw Ugreen, we saw Aoki, did we see Anker? I can't remember if we saw Anker.
I don't think I saw
Was
Anker.
Aoki the one though that had that really svelte 10,000 milliamp hour?
No, that was ESR.
ESR, yeah. So ESR had this Qi 2 magnetic 10,000 milliamp hour external battery that was the size of most wallets that are attachable to the back of your phone.
It was tiny. I cannot
was crazy.
believe how much capacity they put in that tiny frame.
And it had the Qi charging for wireless charging, or MagSafe, either one, and then also a USB-C output for it. But the fact that it was that small, I mean, it was smaller than a deck of cards. It was like 2/3 thickness of a deck of cards, and about the same around.
And
that.
it snapped on magnetic and just
Yeah,
and
it was really cool.
Yeah, it's just sat there.
The bummer, it's not going to be out till like August.
I
You
know.
said.
Yeah.
I was like, so when can I buy one of these? Oh, August.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, when we were out there, we were doing the work this year. We
Yeah.
were pimping. We were like, got any review units?
Yep, that's why we had the cards made, man.
We had some cards.
So we can review some stuff.
We were really pushing that this year. Pretty proud of us getting as many as we got out.
Being a little more proactive.
Being a little more proactive.
We talked to Nomatic.
Nomatic. They're a
Nomatic,
local company here.
Yep, local to Utah. They make really nice backpacks and luggage and things like that. But specifically, they have like really nice camera bags.
Yeah.
and
I love the camera backpack.
and tech backpacks.
Yeah,
So
I'd love to try that out.
hopefully, going to work with them on some things to review for you guys. But yeah, they were a lot of fun to talk to. Really, really cool group of guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zach and Todd. Yep, you guys are cool. What else? What else?
So something I saw today, and we were walking in the new company area, whatever, the small company area, and I just walked by this photo frame, and it caught my eye.
Yeah.
Because typically photo frames are either LCD that you have to keep plugged in all the time, or they're e-ink, and the color reproduction is horrible because it's only 4,000 colors. And this one was neither. I'm like, that looks like a full color display. It's not plugged in, and it's not backlit like an LCD. And turns out it wasn't. So this company is called Cloudcanvas. They sell a 10-inch photo frame for $250. But the tech inside of it is really cool. I don't really.
Is it all proprietary at this point?
I don't know if it's proprietary or not. They call it chroma burst technology, but the lady at the booth, she claimed it did millions of colors rather than e-ink's 4,000. The battery life lasts a year.
A year. That was impressive.
That's wild.
Yeah.
No black screen either. The screen doesn't go black, and shut off.
Yeah, so she says if you take the battery out, and she did it in front of us, the picture remains on the screen. So it's only taking power when
it changes.
when the picture changes.
There's a word for that, and I wish I could remember it off the top of my head. When it doesn't go away when you take the power off, is it like
Non-volatile.
Is that what it is?
Like memory.
It's like non-volatile memory. I see where you're going with that. Anyway, continue, Jarron. Sorry.
Anyway, so super, super awesome. Totally interested in this because I love the idea of being able to change a picture. Like as a photographer, I hate, amateur photographer. Let's make that clear. I hate printing off stuff because I'm a lazy person. But being able to have one photo frame that I could rotate pictures that I take, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
So they're looking at expanding their sizes. Right now they only have 10 inches, but they're in the future they're saying that they're going to have 13-inch, 26-inch, and 45-inch models. 45 inches would be amazing.
45 would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be a
painting
size.
painting size.
And
right?
they did have the different sizes in the booth, not in like photo frames, but like the display itself.
Yeah.
So it's kind of reflective. So it doesn't look like paper. But it still looks pretty dang good. Like you could totally tell that a lot more colors are shining through than a paper e-ink color e-ink display.
Yeah. One experience that we got that I remember hearing about last year, but forgot to have us try and do, but we did this year is using the Tesla tunnel system.
Oh, that was so cool.
To go from one end of the Las Vegas Convention Center to the other without having to hoof it.
Shout out to that very nice gentleman.
I can't remember his name.
We just went up to talk about buses. We were like, hey, we're fat.
Yeah.
Okay, just me and Tony went up. We're like, hey, we're fat.
We don't want to walk all the way over there. Is this bus going over there?
Tony called me fat too. I feel like I'm part of the club.
You can be part. That's right.
We can all be fat together.
You did stop counting your calories for this trip. So
this guy by the bus, he was running the buses, the shuttles, and I was like, so is this shuttle going back to good old South
we're like,
Hall?
as you can see, we do not want
and he's
to
like,
walk.
no, it's not going. Well, he's like, it will, but it's going to go all the way around to everything else first, so you're talking 30 minutes. I was like, dang it, I guess we'll walk. He's like, you don't need to walk. Just go over there to the Tesla tunnel. They'll take you right over.
And to be fair, I was like, 30 minutes isn't so bad.
Willing to wait. We walk over there, though, and they have this pickup drop-off going for anyone that wants to go from like the west the west hall to the south hall, which is probably a 20-plus minute walk of straight walking. That's if you don't get... And that's, assuming you don't get distracted with side quests. Yeah. Right? That's if you focus.
Or get run over or accosted by whoever.
Whatever, right? And so we get in this Tesla and we go underground and we're just driving through these tunnels that the Boring Company
of course did. With RGBs.
Yep, they got RGB lights.
Of course with cell service.
All the way through. Cell service all the way
underground.
Through. Yeah, and it was just like, this is pretty cool, actually. And then you realize it's probably completely unsustainable for the.
It's called the Vegas. It's called the Vegas Loop.
Vegas
Loop something.
Vegas Convention Center Loop. I want to say.
Yeah. So, and I asked, obviously I said, hey, does anybody get to use it with a Tesla? No.
He's like, no. We let people do it at CES. We do it for CES. But other than that, it's just Tesla workers.
Yeah, it's Tesla. It's just Tesla.
Yeah. So, but it was pretty neat to go down there and see what they've done and I certainly loved the.
It's post-apocalyptic, and I thought about running through that tunnel, jumping over cars that stopped halfway.
It was lined with RGB too.
Yeah, yep. I just thought, wow, I would have found this tunnel, and there would have been some cool loot down here.
Yeah, you could have got gooped up big time.
Gun case probably.
I don't know what that means still, and it's creepy. All right.
Let's see. Okay, we saw this, I think, on the first day we were there in Kyocera's booth. If you remember Kyocera in the U.S.,
old phone company?
Yeah, in the U.S. they made phones, mobile phones, and that was kind of about it, at least from what I saw.
That was my first cell phone, by the way.
A Kyocera? Mm-hmm. Nice. But in Japan, I think he said Japan. Did you say Japan or was it Korea?
Pretty sure it's Japan.
Yeah, in Japan. They make all kinds of stuff. They're one of those companies that makes a whole lot of different parts and things that go into many different kinds of appliances and things like that. Many other, large machineries. And he showed us this holo-display. So he was trying to show us the miniaturized version of it that was basically like about the same size as a Apple Watch Ultra 3, but thicker. And it was supposed to be able to present a holographic style image above the screen itself. And I got to say, I wasn't very impressed with that. However, when he took us over to say this is what they're miniaturizing it from, and he showed us the larger version of it, that was amazing.
Yeah, I don't understand why they would want to put that on a small display.
It doesn't quite make sense to me.
Right. Make it as big as you can, man. Yeah. It's awesome.
Because it legitimately looked like something out of a sci-fi movie where they're like, okay, bring up the projection of, the mech that we're trying to take down or whatever. And it would, what'd they have on it? Was it a ring? Like a big, graduation ring or something. I can't remember what he had projected on it for us, but it looked like it was just literally floating above the box, and it had sensors around the base of the box that you could manipulate and move the item using your hands and fingers.
It was basically Star Wars.
It was. I mean, it was, you think this is what Tony Stark had in Iron Man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Very, very neat. And he totally stopped us. We were totally not going to see any of that because the rest of the booth did not look interesting at all.
Didn't appeal to us at all. But it was 100% worth stopping to see the larger version of that tech. And not only was it floating there and manipulatable, it was also very clear. It looked good. So I want to see some of that tech more just out in the wild in large format.
Yeah. Speaking of clear and looking good, we went by the Pimax booth.
Oh, yeah.
Tried their VR headsets. I tried on, I don't even know what it's called. It's their big boy. It has micro OLED panels in there, and it's the widest field of view you can possibly get. Literally the only black I could see, if you put your fingers right to the side of your eyes, you could barely see your fingers. That is about how much black I saw.
Nice.
There was Like the resolution was so high, like it looked flawless. And since it was OLED, great color reproduction, perfect blacks. It was a really, really immersive display. Only problem was the game they chose for me was pure crap, totally uninteresting, and the headset felt like it was going to smash my head in half.
Squeezing really hard.
Oh yeah.
You sat down for one of these too, Tony, right?
Yeah, I didn't. I did a different headset that was the smaller version with the micro LED. So the field of view wasn't as big, but it was still very impressive what they had going on there. Mine was a simulation where you're flying a hover car around a futuristic city, and it was cool.
Okay, well, here's how mine went. First of all, I was ready to put on some sweaty headset. So I was just gonna sit. I just was watching you guys do your thing, and I was like, "That is cool. I am excited. I'm here." And this guy came up to me, and he was not wearing the same color of clothes as the rest of the people in the booth. He was wearing a hat and a purple shirt. And he said his name was Jake, and he said,
Was he from State Farm?
"I don't think he was, Tony." I'm pretty sure after what happened, that pretty sure he was with the booth.
Oh,
Because here's how it went. I said, he's like, "Oh yeah, he's just here for whatever," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm with these two guys," which wasn't a good social answer. This is a story I haven't
Just
told you
me
yet.
and these two dudes.
And he's like, he's like, "Cool. Do you get to separate off or do you have to do what they do?"
No, he did not.
Because I answered with, I did this non-committal, "I don't want to talk to you, and why don't you just shuffle on, pal?" And he doubled down and was like, "That's a stupid answer."
So do you get to participate?
Yeah, his mom and dad. Are you just, what are you then?
He's the kid.
So I was like,
He's the kid in the car.
yeah, no, I can do what I want.
Do whatever I want.
Yeah, I was like, I am obviously a grown man. Look at how wide I am. And so he sat me down and put me in this headset. And I'm facing a camera. Okay, now I'm going to have some sort of philosophical existential moment. Okay, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, "Oh, I'm fat as fat can be. I am the fattest I've ever been right now." First of all, and then second of all, that scar right there from my cat climbed up my arm. And you can't see it because we don't have the video, but that came through really well. But it didn't look like a scratch. It looked like dirt, Jarron, like mud. It looked like syrup or something.
Or
And
maybe like track needles if you didn't know what you were doing.
I'm sitting in this
Needle
chair.
tracks.
Sitting in this chair, and I'm like, "Oh, that's embarrassing." And I kept like pulling down my sleeve like a person with trying to hide track marks. And it goes, "This is you." It's just nice. And you're looking at you, the camera, the headset.
You're like, I know, I hate it.
I'm like, I hate it. What are you? It's like, and this is you looking at you. So, who are you? And it's like, and then this music comes on, the kind you hear.
You're sitting there thinking, I am not prepared for this right now.
I'm like, oh my gosh. Get me out of here.
What else was going
I should have said no.
I should have said they don't
This
let me
was
do
a
things.
bad choice. And then this gets better. So then it's like going, "You are enough." And it's just like this, and the music is playing.
Affirmation stuff.
It's an affirmation.
Yeah.
And then he goes,
Did it work?
"No, because here's the weird part.
Let him speak.
It gets weirder.
It gets so much weirder. All of a sudden, it goes, raise your hand." I raise my hand. And another hand comes into the frame. And I was like, oh, neat. It's seeing my hand somehow with technology and broadcasting it to where I could hand to hand palm
Right.
like a mirror,
like
right?
a mirror.
And I'm like, "Whoa, that was weird." And then it says, "Put your hands out." I put my hands out. And I noticed just a millisecond delay. And the hands didn't look like mine. They looked like Jared's. And no offense to your hands, but they're smaller than mine. But they looked like very soft hands.
That's what comes from not working a day in your life.
I know, Jarron, we all know. And I was like, "Oh, okay, so it's not mine. It's not taking, and my brain's still processing. It's going, oh, these aren't my hands, but it is seeing hands
like,
and then creating them.
These aren't my hands, so evidently I'm not enough.
Well, it's just like, oh, it's generating them.
Yeah.
AI and everything. Okay. And then I pull them back, and there's a millisecond delay, and my brain goes, "This is not passing the reality sniff test.
Wrong.
This is not VR. This is." And so I went like this, and I went out again, and I wiggled my fingers, and the fingers wiggled, and I'm like, "There's not." And that time was not as much of a delay because he saw it coming.
Right.
So then it goes. And it put out his hands again. It's like, and then it said, "Move your fingers." And I play guitar, so I can do them
Pretty
all
independently.
on my left hand. I can move them separately. He could not.
Ah,
This is when my brain went.
You got him.
My brain went. Something is missed here. Something is very wrong. And then I put my hands out again. I pulled them back, and his went. And then I put my hands out, and I was tapping my two fingers together, and it started doing that. And then I pretended to go up with my left hand, but then stopped and went up with my right hand. And he didn't follow. And then the video goes, "Now you can shake your own hand."
Pass.
And I was like, I am not touching another dude's hand. So I'm just
You don't shake hands?
I just am not. I don't
Touched my hand yesterday.
I don't want to. Jarron?
You did. Our hands were touching for like I don't know, 10 seconds.
Jarron had to compare palm sizes because he wanted. He was trying to indicate his girth, his girthy palm.
And were you impressed?
I was not. I was shocked that you have such wide palms but short fingers, like some sort of mutant or lost variant of humanity.
If he had webbed fingers, he'd be a fantastic swimmer.
Oh, absolutely.
You'd think, but I'm horrible.
So the last part of this is that I'm not putting my hands out to shake anybody's hand because I know it's not mine and I don't want to touch your hand. And so then it's like, and it was over, and he's like, and he comes up by my head and goes, "You can shake your own hand." The guy's voice, Jake, hat wearing, not the same shirt wearing Jake. I'm not sure this guy is on the booth, and so I'm like, oh, okay. And so I put my hand out and I shake his hand, but the video's already gone dark, and he's got a soft handshake, and it was like, you guys didn't know any of that.
It sounds like you had an out of body experience.
I got up and was like, thanks.
Why did you not share the story with us?
Because it was horrible.
Can you prove that this actually happened?
Yeah,
or was this all in your head?
I feel like it was.
I think this might all have been in your head.
You had a transcendent experience.
You guys walked off, and I caught up, and I was like, that was weird. And then we saw something new, but I didn't get to go off on it. I haven't had a chance to talk about it because we found something new right after that. But I was like, I was like, what'd you guys think? They're like, oh, it was really cool. And you guys were talking like, oh, it was really neat. And I was like, mine was weird. But I don't know if you guys didn't hear it, but I just kind of pushed it down after that because I'm like, maybe it's me. Maybe it's just me.
I think that this was all in your head.
It was not.
Owen, you are enough.
That's what the video said.
This is what happens when we take our eyes off of Owen for like 10 seconds.
That's what happens whenever you leave me alone. Also, speaking of headsets, I wanted to go back and talk about HughHou. That's the guy that does the video at the Gigabyte booth.
Oh, HughHou.
He's an Emmy winning. By the way, he's an Emmy Emmy award winning director. Well, filmmaker. Emmy winning filmmaker.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was amazing.
He was way cool.
He was so cool, and he has his own channel called @HughHou on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a little bit. He's like, I do YouTube. He's got a lot of subscribers, by the way, but he does.
He does real YouTube.
Orders of magnitude more than us.
Yeah, not like us.
And he does what we were talking about. What we didn't call it. It's called spatial film or spatial video. Spatial computing is what it was. Spatial computing, where Gigabyte was, it was getting our pupillary distance and it was doing all the things, and then it creates this specific to you spatial computing model that shows your eyes the right pictures at the right time. And so that's what he was talking about, and it was right outside the main Gigabyte booth. And in fact, you had to walk past him to get in.
Yeah,
and that's how he got it. But he was really cool, HughHou, and he has his own YouTube channel. You should go check out his spatial. It's called Spatial. Computing, and he did a little short on YouTube about it here.
And I got to say that for some reason, everyone was just taking pictures of Owen. Like in almost every booth we went
weird,
at.
right?
Like especially when Owen had a headset on or something.
I don't know
People
what
were
it
just
is.
taking pictures of Owen.
It happened today too, right?
Yeah, it
you
did.
remember that?
You're
Where was
just
that?
a really photogenic
No,
guy.
I look like a Magoob or something. They're like, look at this insanely fat guy.
A Magoob everyone loves.
They're like,
Everyone
he
loves Magoob.
They're just like, look how much worse he looks when he puts a headset on.
When he can't see himself to try
he can't
and
see us. He can't see us take his picture. You'll never know. But I knew, and I saw it. Who was that lady that was taking my picture?
I don't
today?
know. There was many ladies.
It
taking
happened.
pictures
It
of
was
you.
when I was doing the. It was when I was doing the XREAL at
ROG.
ROG.
Yeah, like every
And
time
she
your
was like-
eyes were obscured, people were taking pictures.
She was getting all sides of me.
Look
Like
at this
Right.
guy.
I just
It was like,
ignored it.
I like what I see. I need a different angle. I'm
I'm
going to
just
take
like,
the picture.
look, I'm gonna need you to sign my OnlyFans release form.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
those pictures aren't free, ma'am.
That reminds me of we found the Wolfbox.
We did.
Thor's hammer.
We found the Wolfbox.
Tony was filmed
So-
without permission at that place.
Here's the thing. We found the Wolfbox booth, which they're the ones that make the handheld air compressor duster thingies.
It's fantastic.
Right?
Which
I
is
have
amazing.
One. I have
Yeah.
one.
Super,
You have one.
we
you
all
have
have.
one.
We all have one. Squeak has one too.
Dust,
Everyone's
is,
got
dust your keyboard at the
It's
same
like-
proficiency as compressed air.
one. 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
more powerful. Than
It sounds like a
compressor.
jet engine at
Yeah.
that size.
But they're showing off. There's different size models of it now, and they had them all on display. And we were behind a couple of guys that were looking at it. One of them was one of the booth operators
Yeah.
for Wolfbox, and they just walked by them and looked at them and didn't touch them. And we go up to look at them, and I'm just like, "Well,
Tony
I'm
grabs-
going to pick up this big one."
It's huge.
What's this big one
it's
got on it?
18 inches tall, probably.
It looks
It's like 4 times bigger than ours.
It is.
at least, and I just
He pointed.
pointed at Owen and hit the button, and it goes and just
Yeah.
blasts you
Yeah.
with air.
Jarron goes, ha, 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 your fat was rippling.
It's all rippling.
And so, like, I take it from your hands, then I start doing it on both of your stomachs, and I'm just having a good time. It's like the Zoolander scene at the
With the
gas
gas
station.
station.
And then, like, the guy from Wolfbox just like starts filming all
He's
of us
got
doing
this
this.
this nice DSLR on a gimbal and everything,
Tony takes it and points at his own face,
and it
and
just blows my hat right off.
blows it off.
And the guy's filming the whole time.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, well, we just made a highlight reel.
I feel like we need to go follow them to see if they post that
Yeah.
because that is fantastic.
So, but yeah, the new, I don't know what they call it,
What
but
would
it's
you use
huge.
that for?
Whatever you want.
A leaf blower? Because it's
Seriously,
big.
yeah.
It's gigantic.
It's gigantic. They should have called it Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Because
It was about the
a
same.
big hammer.
Yeah.
It was even shaped like Mjolnir.
Yeah. And the battery in it too is huge.
Yep.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. Let's see. Was there anything else that we wanted to hit on?
Yes, sir.
What do we got?
This was announced at CES. I wanted to find it, but I could not find it anywhere. It's the Clicks Communicator and Clicks Power Keyboard. Now, longtime listeners would remember us talking about the Clicks keyboard case. You would stick your iPhone in it, and you'd have like a BlackBerry-style keyboard underneath. Made your phone super long, and it wasn't really convenient because whenever you got a new phone, you'd have to buy a new expensive Clicks keyboard case.
Yeah.
So what they've released now is a magnetic Qi 2 or MagSafe style keyboard that you attach to the back of your phone and you swipe it up like the old Palm Pre. And you guys know how I feel about Palm Pre's.
Pour one out for the Palm Pre for Jarron.
One of my favorite phones ever to have existed. So this is super exciting. It also doubles as a battery pack. It's very low on the battery capacity, though, like 2,000 milliamperes. At least 500 is reserved for the keyboard, and then the rest can be extra juice for your phone. But they have an app where you can allocate however much you want to the keyboard itself or to be charging on your phone. I would just
Leave
do
it all on the keyboard. 2,000 milliamp hours,
Yeah,
nothing.
it's not going to give you much.
It's like 1/4 of a charge.
Yeah. But the magic is in the keyboard. And so I pre-ordered one. I'm very excited for this. Why are you laughing?
Is it a flip? So wait, is it a case that's always the keyboard's always there?
No, here's the
it
problem.
flips
Here's
down.
why I'm laughing. Okay, it's a MagSafe accessory, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
But you know what's on the back of his phone all the time?
His wallet.
Your mom?
His wallet.
Ah!
So he's got his wallet on the back of his case the whole time. So are you just going to carry this around in your pocket?
You know,
and when
I
you
don't
want to
know.
text something, you'll be like, oh, better take my wallet off and put my keyboard on, slap it together, and then start typing. And then when you're done, oh, better take the keyboard off and put my wallet back on.
You know, Tony, I hate you. And you ruin everything.
It's not wrong though. You'll never use that. You're too used to having your wallet there.
The device is cool, but it's impractical.
So,
Have
so
them add
is
a
your
wallet.
mom.
Have them add a wallet on there.
If they added a wallet to it, you might be
Back of
you
the
might be getting
keyboard?
somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Because I run into the same problem with the wallet itself. Because I just want to use MagSafe accessories for mounting my phone on my car and stuff like that. I have to take the dang wallet off, and it's
Yeah.
such a pain in the butt.
It's awesome.
No. So I mean, enjoy your $200 pocket accessory that you'll never use.
I will use it to prove you wrong. Anyway,
What are
I'll
they?
get a
What are
text.
they?
I'll get a text from
140?
him.
They're $140 now?
200. I'll get a
no,
text from
I
him.
got it for like 64.
Yeah.
Because there's a
okay.
pre-order discount,
Okay,
and I
yeah.
found a coupon code on top of that.
Double. But yeah, one of these days I'll get a text from him that says, I'm using it right now.
Told you I would.
And that will be the end of it.
The one time.
The one time.
No comment. They also they also announced the Clicks Communicator. They are making a full-on phone now. They're saying this is a second device. And there's been companies that have tried to release a second device.
So a phone for your phone?
A phone for your phone.
Okay.
But also can have its own cell phone plan, I think. It seemed kind of unclear. But it's based on Android, of course, because what else would it be based on? But it's meant to triage. It's meant specifically for like messaging, more like for business stuff, you know. So they're
trying to fill the old BlackBerry niche.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's not just stock Android. They worked with one of the more prolific Android home screen app makers, whatever. So it's especially designed to go through to triage through your messages and try to stay on that messaging home screen. And if you watch the video, it's actually pretty slick. I like what they're doing. I personally don't have a need for it, but I'm sure there's people out there that do. The question is there enough? But it's very neat. I like how they're branching out. The Clicks Power Keyboard, since I got it for pretty dang cheap, that was a for sure buy for me. But the Communicator, it looks neat. I hope it takes off. I personally have no use for it.
So what they should have made is a case that has a slide-out keyboard and allows you to continue to use the backside of that case as MagSafe accessory. That's what they should have made.
So
I just solved their problem.
Did you let them know?
I should have.
You
We couldn't find them.
But then the problem is, every phone you buy, you'd have to buy a new case. I don't want that.
You already buy a new case for every phone you buy.
But then it'd be like $120.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm not willing to buy a case for $120. Under $20 is
You're
my
willing.
sweet spot.
You're willing to buy a pocket filler for $70 though.
That's right, Tony. I see what you're trying to do, and it's not working.
All right, I think that about.
No, I'm not done.
Oh, you're not done.
All right.
I don't see anything else on the list.
This was in
here.
the small business area. It's called the Maju, and this was a
Bless you.
Thank you. This was a Kickstarter that I didn't know about until we saw it here at CES. It's a modular management center. So think.
Oh yeah, this looked cool.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a Stream Deck.
Yeah, think Stream Deck, but you have physical knobs and buttons and sliders as well as touchscreen if you want it. And it's all modular. So it comes in like about 1 inch, one and a half inch wide, about 4 inches tall modules, and you can magnetically attach them. So you can make it as small or as big as you want. The one that was on display had 5 modules attached, and it was just super neat.
Did you give him our card?
I don't remember. Did I? Probably not, because anyway, it looks more functional than a Stream Deck to me.
Oh, wait, I took one of their cards.
Okay,
I remember.
There you go. And I hope the company makes it, because you need software support or it just won't work.
Yeah.
But very neat. It's Modue, Modue.
It looked really cool.
Yeah. I saw a live also bike in the wild. That was neat.
Yeah, not anything to do with Rivian though. It was at what was it, Nordic Transistors or something like that.
Weird, right? Like
Yeah.
you were like, what did they do for this bike?
I wish there would have been someone around that could demo it. That would have been really cool.
But I got to play with it a little bit. Obviously, I couldn't ride it.
Yeah, but you gotta play with the controls. And
He found the bell and scared himself.
I did. I accidentally touched the button. I'm like, what was that?
It made a loud ding.
Classic Jarron.
Yep. Found a touchpad ring. This was interesting. It's like a 1-inch wide ring you put on your finger and you use your thumb as a touchpad to control your computer with it, like a touchpad mouse. It's called the Prolo ring. Don't know if it's any good because they didn't have a working unit there.
Oh, so super, super early days.
Maybe, but they said you could order it. And then one thing was the voice buds by a company called Subtle.co.
You wanted to you want to talk about these?
This, I thought it was pretty neat.
It failed 80% of the time.
Because it required an internet connection.
I know, that's a problem.
Yeah, but they did say that it will have an on-device model that will do most of it.
If they get to that point, it's fairly promising.
So the tech here is they're just earbuds. They say they designed most of it except for the outer case, but they also designed the software. But the shtick here is that the microphone will pick up the audio of the earbud wearer, but nothing else. And so the demo was obviously the show floor of CES is extremely noisy.
Yep.
The dude wearing the earbuds was basically whispering. We could not hear a single thing he was saying. And his partner, business partner, he was like talking very loudly over his shoulder right at us. And they played back a recording of what the guy was saying, and you could not hear anything else except for his voice. Super neat. It's very early still. I thought it was cool tech.
Pre-recorded.
Yep.
You think so?
No, it was not.
You agreed very quickly, Jarron. I think deep down you agree.
No, I was looking for other stuff.
So one of the things we saw, but we didn't get to really play with, we wandered into the Lego booth.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, oh, sorry.
They never got back to us.
No,
this
they
church.
did not.
No, they
We weren't
never
that
did.
cool, but we walked in there like, you can go talk to our PR lady and see if they have any available time.
Appointments.
But we took some pictures and looked at some of the stuff. It's Lego is putting out the Lego Smart Brick. And the Smart Brick has accelerometers. It's software programmable.
Yep.
So you can program it to do other things. They had it hooked up to a bunch of different Star Wars builds. So if you dip the engine really fast, it would make a lower pitch noise. It would make, it can do, I'm not sure what else they said. It basically programmable in the way that it can do many things, not just sound, but like,
Yeah, it seemed like there was more just like sensor use cases, right? And then from
accelerometer stuff.
accelerometers, what those sensors pick up, it can then
light
translate into affecting aspects of your build.
And that's cool, especially because the Lego Technic stuff out there. If you've seen some of the science Lego stuff that they can do out there,
Pretty crazy.
It's pretty cool, like building full-on robots with Legos and stuff like that. So the Smart Brick is a cool addition to that, to the science side, but also just to the toy side.
Yeah.
In the Star Wars stuff, it was really cool to see it like it's an accelerometer that would then cause the audio in the X-wing, I think it was, to do something. At
to
the point.
change. And
So
whatnot.
that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Lego at
First
at
time
CES.
Lego was at CES.
Yeah.
This is what this year. Yeah.
Two other cool things I saw. The Roborock.
Oh, here comes Jarron with his
Is this the
vacuum
mop?
tech.
Is this the mop that got awkward? The mopping session that got awkward?
Yes.
No, I thought that was Dream.
I'm getting to that too.
Oh,
So
okay.
Roborock F25 Ultra, it is a wet-dry vac combo. And the interesting thing on this one is it can also steam clean if you want that. So if you want to sanitize but don't want to use harsh chemicals, you can just turn on the steam cleaning. Very cool. And then Dreamy, they also had something awesome. Let's see, it's the H15 Pro Heat. I got to demo this. They made a recipe on the floor.
You got to demo it, or you got told to demo it? It felt very much like you weren't all in complete control.
You're right.
She was definitely leading him by the. She was leading him by the nose, for sure.
They like They sprayed mayonnaise on the floor.
And ketchup.
Mayo,
Then he started
ketchup.
And he
seasoning
started
it.
seasoning
He was
it.
seasoning it.
I was looking there. Oh, he's making a sauce.
I was like,
Yeah.
ooh.
But this is a big step up from the one I have, which is, I can't even remember the brand name anymore.
Tinoco.
Yeah, Tenneco. This one has edge-to-edge cleaning. It's extremely quiet compared to the Tenneco I have. It's like very, very quiet. But it gets up to 180 degrees. It can basically move it all the way down to the floor, which isn't a feature that many others have. It can clean with 85 degrees Celsius hot water. So,
Not boiling, but still quite hot.
yeah. It won the CES Innovation Award. So
That was pretty cool.
cleaning tech is getting better. So both the Roborock and the Dreamy were pretty neat, I thought.
Nice. All right. I do believe that takes us to the end of today's episode. Look at that. We got full 90-ish, almost 90 minutes going there for CES 2026 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Before we go, big shout out to our awesome Patreon backers, patreon.com/helpdeskarcade. Normally we would throw this over to Lando, but he's not here, so I'm going to throw it over to Owen.
Hey, Patreon's where you can help us out. We love you, and if you're a listener, that's great. But if you want to help us out a little bit more, you can subscribe to our Patreon. We have a few tiers: a 6, and a 2, and a 1.
6, $2.50, and 1. I think.
Yeah. So $1 for $1, you get that. You get the show ad free. You get the. Do we still do the whole enchilada?
Yeah, the whole enchilada.
And that comes with the after
Last
show,
call.
last call, Geek Show last call, which is super fun. That's where we just get to chat. And you can join our Discord. You can follow us there. Lando, if he was here, would say that's the only place you could get him. For $2.50, I guess, you have the Owen GPT feature, which I'm sure not 100% sold on. Basically, you get to tap into my stream of consciousness, which can apparently sometimes be very unhinged.
The tokens are expensive.
They are very expensive.
Yeah, we use them. We only pull them out once in a while.
I just don't think they're worth much. And then for the $6 tier, we will shout you out here on the show. You're our super supporters. We love you. And we'll read your name out here on the show. And one of the great things is you can make Jarron say whatever you want. We've proven that's not completely true, but it's mostly true. And we applaud you for trying.
You know what? In tech, mostly all the time is
That's a
great.
profitable company. That's
right.
a unicorn.
That's a unicorn.
So go ahead, Jarron. Read the names.
Big shout out and thank you to David Broshinsky. Thank you.
Yeah.
Doesn't it suck that we're now on the bad guys team?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Aaron Faulkner, Connor Keesaw. At what point does CES change its name to incorporate AI in shareholders?
AES.
AIES.
AIES.
Yes. Thank you guys. They are our extra special
Yes,
tier. You
thank
guys
you.
are great. Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits. And where she sits, she shines.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
It's really late, too. I'm surprised.
How does she shine? Where?
Faux King Lambo. Jason Eatman. Harry Johnson, burninated peasant.
You didn't even pause at that one.
Be the 8-year-old. It's worth it just for Owen's stories. Never trust someone who doesn't like Fallout.
True.
Other James. You know, if you keep going, Other James, you might become.
You might just
Be
be
James.
James.
Yeah, you might be James.
Why don't you just do that? Take
Yeah.
it now,
Yeah.
James.
Yeah. Give him a couple more weeks.
Oh, okay.
Hugh G. Rection.
Ah.
Geriga Arimas, Tony the Excel and Power Apps Nerd, Pimax Graphics purveyor of fine geeky stickers, Keslo, Eric Steinman, Eric Cruz, in between rating 555, Meh, DP, Buck Futta. What does that mean? Oh, I think you know Trebek. Tony,
Keep going.
do you feel
Got him still.
Got him.
Yeah.
Do you feel macizo? You look macizo. Macizo?
Macizo means like cool or good, right? Chill.
Like Massimo?
No. That's a shirt company
Yeah.
from the 90s.
Wesley, Adam, Stuart Lloyd, get off my lawn. The end?
All right. Thank you so much, Patreon backers. You are awesome. And if I mistranslated macizo, it's because my Spanish is 20 years old. Deal with it. Let's see. We are out of here. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for downloading, making it to the end. We sure appreciate you. We are out of here. Adios, Las Vegas. We'll see you next year, probably. We'll see. It's always a question of if it's going to happen or not, but we do like to come down and check it out. Until then, Owen, why don't you take us out?
Hey, go to CES, they said. Be an end user.